Hare Krishna. So in this particular the video, we're going to discuss about Gyana Yoga. Gyana Yoga is a very, very important and very profound subject. We need to understand some of the concepts very clearly to understand what is Gyana Yoga. So what is Gyana Yoga? Gyana Yoga is essentially union of individual consciousness with the self. Then you will ask, what is self? Does everyone has a separate self, or there is only one self, which is self of all? Yes, there is only one self. There are not many selves. The self is only one. The consciousness of the individual is an individual consciousness. So I have one consciousness, you have another consciousness, cat and dog and every animal in this world, cosmic gods and goddesses, they have their individual consciousness. But the self is only one. It is also called Atman, it is also called Paramatman, it is also called Brahman, it is called self. It is given many names, but it is only one. And in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says it very beautifully. Ahamatma gudakesha sarva bhuta asaya aham adi cha madhya cha bhutanam anta eva cha. So he says, I reside in the heart of everyone as their very self. So that's only one self. And when the individual consciousness gets united with that self through practice of meditation, through practice of yoga, that is called enlightenment. That is called liberation. That is called awakening of the consciousness. There are many names given to it, and that is what is called gyana. Why it is called gyana? It is called gyana because it dispels the ignorance that we are separate. It first time gives the awareness that the whole creation is within us. We are one with the creation. We are not separate. The cosmic awareness, cosmic consciousness awakens. Second thing happens is fear is completely dispelled from the heart. There is no more distress. There is no more suffering. There is no more fear in the heart. The heart experiences intense, infinite and everlasting peace and happiness, which is an amazing feeling. Many call it Brahmananda. Somebody calls it state of Aham Brahmasmin. In that particular state, the seer, it is also very beautifully described in the Bible when I think when it was asked to the Lord, how do I explain? Then he said, I am that I am state, that particular state where somebody can say, I am that I am, or Aham Brahmasmin. That is the state of self-realization, or union of individual consciousness with the self. And that is a very, very beautiful state. And that state can be attained by purification of the mind, by purification of the heart, through practice of meditation. And as we progress towards that state, the peace, happiness intensifies within the heart. And when we finally reach there, we experience the oneness of the cosmos. And we realize that whole creation is within us. We are part of this creation. The creation is within and we are in the creation. So it's kind of a very, very elevated state of consciousness. And that the same state which Buddha attended, the same state which Mahavira attended, the same state which Jesus attended, same state which Krishna attended, Raman Maharshi, Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo. There are many great seers and sages, Raman Maharshi. Many of them attended the same state and they have spoken about it at length. So this is Gyana Yoga. It's simple. The union of individual consciousness with the self, which is the self which resides within our heart. That is God, that is Brahman, that is Atman. So once that union happens, there is an awakening. This is called liberation or enlightenment or God realization, whatever one can call it. And the consequence is fear, distress, strife, pain completely gone from the heart, and we experience intense, infinite and everlasting peace. I hope that clarified what Gyana is all about, what Gyana Yoga is all about. This is in brief. The details of it, Lord has spoken in length how to practice it, what we should do, what we should not do, and how to practice it to arrive at this particular state. I hope whatever I have explained with my little knowledge is beneficial to all of you. Remember, self is one. Individual consciousness and the self are different. Individual consciousness getting united with the self or Atman or Brahman is the purpose of Gyana Yoga. Thank you. Hare Krishna.